At first glance, bushes in urban areas might not seem like the best places to look for wildlife. But these tiny little bushes are actually amazingly complex microhabitats, full of so many little animals that thousands of people walk by every day without even realizing it. Hundreds of tiny little invertebrates, like flies and ants, call these bushes home. However, an unlikely apex predator stands tall among the rest. Well, not really tall, but jumping spiders, a strangely beloved group of spiders, despite spiders in general being a group that causes fear in many, are weirdly common in these bushes, taking advantage of the abundance of small, easy invertebrate prey. So let's take a really up-close look at these bushes and see how many different kinds of jumping spiders we can find. Alright children, what I'm doing right now is basically tickling these leaves to look for any movement. If I happen to spook a jumping spider, chances are I'll see it jump to another leaf, or even more interestingly, emerge out to inspect the situation. Either way, moving around the leaves is just a really efficient way to find these spiders. While not a jumping spider, this is a web of some sort of mesh weaver spider, a pretty diverse family of small and elusive spider species. I believe this is the web of the species Emblina florens, which, as you can see by what's in this web right now, specializes in catching small flies. Seeing this web right here is a really good sign that we might be able to find one of these elusive mesh weaver spiders, and confirm what species is present on this bush. Well, here is the spider behind this web. This is the species Emblina florens, and this is actually quite a large-sized individual for this species. Like I said earlier, this species makes pretty well-hidden webs and specializes in catching small flies. The species Emblina florens is very distinctive in terms of its color pattern, being overall a pale pinkish coloration with bright yellow splotches on the top of the opistosoma. Well, that was a cool spider to see, but now it's time to really focus in on trying to find at least one of these cool jumping spiders. Finally, our first jumping spider. This right here is a beautifully patterned male white-jawed jumping spider, or Hensia mitrata, and he's gone. Even though I lost the male, I actually managed to find a female of the same species, and like in most jumping spiders, the females are less impressive looking in coloration. However, it's still a really cool species, male or female, and she's giving you a really good look at some of the traits that make jumping spiders so unique. She happens to be looking at the camera right now, and you can see the very distinctive eye orientation of jumping spiders. The two middle eyes are extremely enlarged, which allows jumping spiders to process so much more information about the world around them than other spiders visually. While those Hensia were certainly cool, after a bit more walking around and scanning through some more bushes, I managed to find one of the most unique South Florida specialty jumping spider species. This right here is my first time ever seeing this incredible species. This is Beata wickemi, a species of jumping spider that is endemic to the state of Florida and is pretty much only found in southern Florida. They are absolutely tiny. This right here is a fully grown male, and he was maybe half a centimeter long. Males of this species are extremely distinctive because of their coloration, as well as their very compact and rounded appearance. As far as I'm aware, there's no other species in range that has this combination of colorations like the male has, with the top of both the opistosoma and prosoma being a metallic, kind of purplish tinged silver, with two black spots at the end of the opistosoma, as well as a dark reddish tinged underside, with thin white borders along the edges of the legs. This species' males are extremely distinctive, while the females, like this individual right here, have the same overall body plan with the very rounded, chunky, compact appearance. The coloration is completely different. Females lack those thin white borders and the metallic coloration, and are overall a uniform brown color, which is a pretty variable shade of brown, ranging from pale tan color to, like in this individual, a deep reddish brown. Their camouflage is much better, and I've noticed the females tend to spend more time on the branches than the leaves, and you can see how hard it is to pick her out from this twig when she's not moving. It's so cool seeing both a male and female of this species. We were about to leave, but I could not leave this last bush unchecked, and actually, we ended up finding one of our coolest jumping spider species. This absolutely adorable spider right here is the Magnolia green jumping spider, one of the most unique jumping spiders in all of North America. Now, if you see different parts of its front two eyes turning green at different times, that is actually the retinas in the inside of their eyes moving. While the lenses of the eyes themselves are fixed to their head, jumping spiders like this one can still scan their vision from side to side by internally moving their retinas. Now, this individual is a female. You could tell that because basically her entire body is green except for that little red and white patch. Also, females, compared to males, tend to have shorter legs and much shorter chelicerae. The males are completely different in appearance than the females and often have more patterning, especially black banding on the legs. The legs are also a little longer and thinner, and their chelicerae are extremely long. The Magnolia green jumping spider is a member of a subfamily of jumping spiders called the primitive jumping spiders, which have longer and thinner legs than the average jumping spider, and also walk more like your average spider, with kind of a creepier looking walk. They're still absolutely adorable in my opinion. I don't know if this is cheating, but I have to include this in this video. This is from a nearby location and is one of my favorite recent spider finds ever. This incredible jumping spider right here is the Sylvan jumping spider. One of the most incredibly patterned jumping spiders ever, at least as males. The females are a pale tan color with small black spots. However, the males are just an absolutely unmistakable mixture of black, red, and yellow, with one of the most distinctive features of it being that bold white rectangular shape on the top of its prosoma. This species is on the larger side for a jumping spider, and in its movements you could really see why jumping spiders are often considered among some of the most intelligent of all spiders. Their movements are extremely calculated, and they use those two enlarged middle eyes to perceive the world around them in great detail. You can tell by the way this one's moving around my hand that it isn't just walking around mindlessly, but mapping its environment just like it would anywhere else. Those enlarged middle eyes not only grant the spider the ability to perceive the world around them, but also just make them look incredibly cute in my opinion. If you enjoyed this jumping spider finding adventure, then you'll enjoy this video right here, where I, with the help of Emilio from Animal Encounters, find some very strange harvestmen, as well as other cool invertebrates in the tropical hardwood hammocks of South Florida. Enjoy!